Hello, everybody. My name's Jim, and I am back from vacation. No one cares, so I'm just going to jump into this video. There's a topic going around that stems from Murphy Napier's video, one of her recent ones, about slowing down, drinking in what you're reading, and taking your time. She talked about how she has her stack of books that never really seems to shrink because she's always reading that next thing, or she always has something on her TBR that she wants to read. And this encouraged a video from the Shades of Orange where she asked her audience if she was that toxic YouTuber who reads too much. And it honestly reminded me of a video that Middle of the Book March made a few months ago. I think it was a little ways back, where she even mentioned that certain booktubers feel a sort of pressure, I guess, to keep up. And I want to brush up on all of those because as a new booktuber, I think that I have an opinion. So I'm going to jump into all this real quick. But first, I am going to tell you that my pace is slow, just naturally. I mean, my channel is called The Born Again Reader. I haven't really been reading again for a long time. So yeah, I do tend to pick up books that I think I would enjoy. I don't really take recommendations unless it's from somebody that I really, really trust and who is an avid reader, because I don't want to read anything that I could possibly not like and then end up falling out of love with reading when our relationship is new, like we're flirting, we're trying to, get something going here. So my pace is slow, and I do have disclaimers whenever I do my monthly wrap-ups for the books that I've read. I more than likely am going to read 2 books a month at a time, and that's just how it's going to be. But as a new channel, I do understand that the YouTube algorithm exists, and there are going to be these feelings of competition. But on the other hand, I'm coming into this not really believing that Murphy Napier or Daniel Green or any of these larger booktubers are my competition. I don't want to set my bar that high. I don't want to say, I need to have 100,000 subscribers. Right now I have 18, and I'm fine with that. I think that those are 18 people who might enjoy my content. I know that people tend to enjoy looking at the person's face when they read, but I like podcast style because that's how I watch videos. So I am creating content that I would like to listen to and that I would like to watch. And the way that I think about it as a small booktube channel is I just need to come up with different ways to make my videos stand out when you don't see my face and I'm not that popular. So I've created things like the relationship webs that go into detail about each character in a book and how they connect and how they affect the story. It's a unique way of reviewing that no one else is doing, and I love creating them. So if you like them, please go and watch them and leave comments and likes on those videos. They are very spoilerific though, so like if you want to read the books that I review in those, then go into those with a little bit of caution. But if you don't care, it's out there and they're a lot of fun to do, and I want to make more. But anyway, that's beyond the point. My pace is slow, and I don't feel like I need to compete with anybody who reads 300 books a year. The Shades of Orange asked in her video if she has ever come across as one of those toxic individuals, and I'll be honest, I didn't know who the Shades of Orange was until this video, but afterwards I became a subscriber because she just seems super sweet. And I mean, I have a hard time seeing her just based on a first impression being toxic. And a lot of times I feel like that pressure is internal. I feel like when you set yourself up for those unrealistic expectations, you are just going to let yourself down. You need to think about what makes you unique and what makes you creative, and not let those toxic feelings consume you and make you believe that someone else is putting that pressure on you. Because at the end of the day, I am subscribed to so many booktubers, and not a single one of them looks down on others for the amount that they read, whether it's more or less. They just want to share their hobby with everybody. They want to share their joy. Reading is a relaxing hobby, and that goes away when you feel the need to compete. And if there is a booktuber out there who, makes fun of people for reading less or reading more, let's just block that out. And just using the Shades of Orange as an example, I would hate to think that people would criticize her for reading so much if it's what she enjoys and it's how she spends her time, and she just wants to share her joy with people. And that's totally cool. I love that for her. Whether you read 300 books in a year, if you read 5, like she said in her video, and you just really enjoyed them and you reread them, if you only read as a hobby, or if you play video games and have other hobbies that you enjoy doing so you don't have much time to read, more power to everybody. At least you're doing something, at least you are enjoying it. Don't let these toxic feelings suck that joy out of you, because that, speaking of worth and what's worth it, that is not worth it. So at the end of the day, I don't know. I just encourage people not to feel those pressures. As a new booktuber, I feel like it's easy for someone like me to feel those sorts of pressures, because I'm looking at all of these people that I look up to and I respect, and of course I want my opinions to matter just as much as theirs do, but I also don't want to fall into the hole of trying to keep up, or trying to outpace or outdo anybody else, because I think that we all bring something unique to the table. We bring unique experiences, and I think at the end of the day, reading, as fun as it is, it's about empathy and feeling and being sucked into the story and relating to the characters and sharing your experience with what you read. And that, in my opinion, is worth everyone's time. So let's calm down with the pressure. Let's calm down with competition. let's work on that a little bit. Let's not call people toxic for reading too much. Let's not look down on people who don't read as much as you do. Let's enjoy our hobbies. We're not hurting anyone. Let's share what we love. Let's just share joy. And that's it. That's all I have to say on the topic. So I've been Jim. You've been great. Happy reading. And also, my vacation was fun. Thanks for asking.